Today, we will talk about inferior goods. An inferior good is an economic term that describes a good whose demand drops when people's incomes rise. These goods fall out of favor as incomes and the economy improve as consumers begin buying more costly substitutes instead. In economics, the demand for inferior goods decreases as income increases or the economy improves. When this happens, consumers will be more willing to spend on more costly substitutes. Some of the reasons behind this shift may include quality or a change to a consumer's socioeconomic status. There are many examples of inferior goods. Some of us may be more familiar with some of the everyday inferior goods we come into contact with, including instant noodles, hamburgers, canned goods, and frozen dinners. When people have less money, they tend to buy these kinds of products. But when their incomes rise, they often give these up for more expensive items. Demand for inferior goods is commonly dictated by consumer behavior. Typically, demand for inferior goods is mainly driven by people with lower incomes or when there's a contraction in the economy. But that isn't always the case. Some customers may not change their behavior and continue to purchase inferior goods. Giffen goods are rare forms of inferior goods that have no ready substitute or alternative, such as bread, rice, and potatoes. The only difference between Giffen goods and traditional inferior goods is that demand for the former increases even when their prices rise, regardless of a consumer's income. An inferior good is the opposite of a normal good. Normal goods experience an increase in demand when incomes increase. Normal goods are also called necessary goods. Luxury goods are the third category. They are not deemed essentials or necessities to live. These goods are highly desired and can be purchased and a consumer's income rises. Another differing type of good is a Veblen good. A Veblen good is an item whose increase in price may actually result in higher sales. These types of goods are often a subset of a luxury good, and this type of good often defies many traditional concepts of economics. Here are 5 key takeaways. 1. An inferior good is one whose demand drops when people's incomes rise. 2. When incomes are low or the economy contracts, inferior goods become a more affordable substitute for a more expensive good. 3. Inferior goods may refer to the brand of products purchased, items purchased, or instance of how something occurs, i.e. taking a bus versus driving a new car. 4. Inferior goods are the opposite of normal goods, whose demand increases even when incomes increase. 5. Inferior goods also oppose luxury goods, items of higher quality often sold at a premium that are not needed. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.